My name is Jessica and I'm 21 years old. I grew up in a really good home, a really loving parents, and one brother who I consider my best friend. He's the one I look up to the most. In about 5th grade, I was the only white girl at my school, and that caused a lot of problems for me. It came to a point where every day I was getting chased home from school because of my race, and these girls were just constantly picking on me every single day. And I remember just coming to my house and crying to my mom, telling her that I didn't want to be there, that I didn't want to go back to school, and that I needed to go somewhere else. And finally, I withdrew from school for about a year until my mom found a new place for me to go. The first time I used drugs, I was attending this continuation school. I had dropped out of high school and my last chance was going to this continuation school. I remember I was with someone down by my house after school, and they'd left their cigarette pack with me, and they were so concerned about the cigarette pack, so I opened it up in my room and I found meth, and I just tried it for the first time. I was by myself in my room and I crushed it down and snorted it, and it was like a new adrenaline I had never experienced before. I eventually led to the streets. I was homeless. My family just wasn't a factor in my life anymore. It was more the people I was surrounding myself with and the people that I was with on a daily basis. The lowest point in my life was last time I was in jail. I remember calling my brother. That's the only person I ever wanted to talk to, and that's the only person who didn't want to talk to me at the time. I remember calling him and he would not answer my phone calls, and so I eventually had to call him on another three-way call from someone else's number that he didn't know. And I got a hold of him, and he said the worst words I could ever hear. He told me that he had gotten so used to not having a sister around that he just didn't want to hear my voice anymore, and that literally broke me. And at that point, I knew something had to change, and my probation officer offered Teen Challenge to me. Some of the most significant changes I've experienced in Teen Challenge have been just the calling that God's had on my life. When it came down to the fact where God closed that door for me to go home, I just knew that God was finally speaking to me. He was saying that because you helped so many people in your addiction, I'm bringing you to a place where you can now use me as your strength and help other people. I know God has put this fire in my heart and this desire in my heart and this relationship that I can really bond with on younger people. I know I can get their attention and that they want to listen to me. And so I know God is calling me to work with younger people. That's why I know this Adolescent Girl Center is going to be a good start for me for wherever God has in store for me later on. My name is Jessica and my story isn't over.